Oh, do we have a dev in chat?
Never.
Aren't you technically the dev in chat?
Well, I'm the creator of the campaign, but not the creator of D&D, so no.
Do you imagine if like literally had a dev in chat?
Gary Gygax comes back from the dead to watch me
He's just like,
stream,
hey, how's it going?
and then he's gonna tell me my campaign is garbage.
Problem.
And then that's when he interjects his own campaign, but it's like actually somehow even worse.
Yep, and then he's gonna be all like, bruh, your monk can literally kill 4 kobolds at once. You need to make a better campaign.
Maybe that was who was in your dream. It was fucking Gary. It was him.
Gary Gygax letting me know that I don't know how to deal with monks, which he's right, but you know, don't rub it
But
in.
good lord.
Anywho,
Thanks, Gary Gygax.
Yep, welcome back to stream though, lads and lasses and various individuals who do not fit the category. Anyways, it's been a while. 3 weeks to be exact since we last had session, and so a couple things. I think we all are kind of in the know, but I figured I'd kind of let you guys know again. Since schedule's clearing up, I can be doing sessions now every week instead of bi-weekly, if that's cool with y'all. You know, we can always talk about it, but yeah. Any case, that aside, let's start with the recap, because it has been 3 weeks.
3 weeks is a long time.
Yeah, even I don't remember, and I barely took my notes, which is terrible. Anyways, yeah. So y'all have entered the dungeon, more or less.
Enter the gungeon.
What exactly happened? You pretty much came to your decision.
We decided to try and hurry up. It wasn't a long campaign.
Yeah. It wasn't a long session, yeah.
And now that I've actually done the dungeon, we've entered what is basically Bozja.
Oh. Wait, what?
Okay. So
I'm not even joking.
So basically, we decided instead of going to the lizard folk, we decided, okay, we're gonna go do the dungeon real quick, okay? And then we have this goody little two shoes mage being like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna come along with you for an adventure."
Another adventuring,
yes.
We're like,
your
gonna
good old pal.
He's excitable.
Varen.
Hopefully he doesn't die.
This man is like a lost puppy. He doesn't know better.
We're gonna try our best to not have him killed, because boy, Mordorin and Lamise will not let it happen. I mean, Poverty and Yasha too, but Mordorin and Lamise very much not gonna try to let this guy die at some point. But anyways, yeah.
So far, so good. He didn't get crushed by a falling building, which happened.
Run away.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Away, and then the monk was like, "Nah, dude."
Nah.
Yeah. And then we entered the dungeon. We got attacked by lizard folk. The lizard folk had this weird thing going on where they're like, yeah, we're gonna kill, but inside they're like, oh god, what the fuck is happening? And so we murdered them.
Yep.
And then
as we do,
we found the underground city. And then me and Mordorin had the vision. And we're like, oh god, what the fuck is that?
It wasn't so much as the vision, as more like you were able to reminisce of the dream.
Yeah.
Was that we were in the place of the vision, or the dream took place.
That is true, yes. And then, found a ruby. And then they found a fish.
They found a fish, found a gem, and broke a building.
Yep. And that's it.
In that order.
We shattered that building. We didn't just break it.
Because Mom and Dad saw a building collapse in the distance. We're like, oh shit.
Ah, hell. What are they up to? What are they up to?
Turns out they're just,
doing stuff.
Causing anarchy, but that's okay.
Turns out causing anarchy is okay.
I mean, I'm sure Varen has some hang-ups about you collapsing a 1,000-plus-year-old building from a lost civilization.
They had it coming.
I mean, granted, yeah, he got also stuck in the crevice of the wall trying to pull out those gemstones, or one of the gemstones, which is what you guys were kind of more or less looking for.
And we realize that we need 4. And we have 2 of them.
Yep, you're 2 out of 4. But yep, and according to Varen's little notebook, handy dandy notebook, he was able to decipher that the gemstones hold some sort of significance with the fountain in the square. And yep.
We must
2 out of
find the
4.
rest.
So I think that about summarizes everything. Yeah, hopefully with more consistent sessions, we'll be able to have more consistent recaps as well, and I can actually start writing notes instead of just going a little off the cuff here. But
Oh, good.
Well, it's fine. It's fine.
it's fine.
Who's keeping
Anyways.
track anyway?
I mean, most of what happened was
Me.
dialogue anyway. So
Looked at my
All
notes.
right.
Squint.
Oh yeah, that's
That's a
right.
mood.
This is the last thing I had set up. Is the mural and architecture. I guess to kind of summarize, this is like almost like an ancient Greco-Roman sunken city that's like deep within the earth that you guys had traveled into from like a little secret entrance that Varen was also able to open the door for you after clearing out those lizard folk. But I'm trying to think of everything else. I don't know if we missed anything.
no, it was mostly talking, except for that one combat. Everything else was just talking.
Talking and exposition.
Sounds good.
Pretty much.
Alright. Well, you are at the fountain with 2 of the 4 gemstones, of which the color quality I have forgotten, but you know that there are 4.
Color quality.
You
Eh,
are 4,
There's some.
and there are 2 others. You know that of the 4, there's a ruby, a sapphire, a topaz, and an emerald. I think you guys had the ruby and the emerald,
Yeah.
the red and green one. I don't remember exactly the colors, but
It's either green or blue. Shen, do you happen to recall
I
which
think
one
we
it
got
was?
the blue. We got the blue.
Should
The
say
green was
fire.
in the fish. We need the red.
We don't have the red.
okay.
We need the
so-
red and purple. That's all.
Oh, the topaz, the yellow,
yeah.
and the
It was yellow and purple.
well, yellow and red.
Oh.
Because you have the blue
I
and
don't know why I
green,
was
yeah.
thinking purple. I was probably thinking purple because of blue, because I'm dumb. It's all good.
It's all good.
What
it's
year
all,
is it?
It's all just colors.
Good question.
It's all just colors.
You know,
Sonic colors?
No.
What's that like pained groan? Just.
Anyways, let's go to this because this feels more appropriate to this city.
Of course, that doesn't mean we have to find 2 gems in the city.
In a city.
Yep.
That's it's quite annoying.
Anywho, party, what do you decide? You can always also speak with Varen, who seems to be studying the gems and the fountain itself.
I suppose being prudent to maybe ask Farum if he has any ideas where the rest of these gems might be, so that we're not just looking through a city by hand. If he even possibly knows.
Are there?
Oh fuck, he does. He got a nat 20.
All he knows.
He knows. Varen kind of studies the fountain and the placement of each of the there's on each of the there's parts of the fountain that around the ring of the fountain there's little things that look like it could hold the gemstones at, and he kind of looks in the direction of the knockdown building, and so he kind of takes a moment and he thinks to himself, I bet if we followed these roads, maybe we'll come across something that'll lead us to the gems. Where did you guys find the other one?
I point down the road towards the hill.
Yep. Surely enough, he kind of his gut feels a lot more confident on that theory where it might
Just follow the roads.
These main roads might have something. So,
Then I suppose it's time to go a road we haven't gone down before.
yep. I can't remember if you guys took the west and east roads. I think you guys did. So you guys have the north
let's-
road and the south road. So,
Sound
which
good to
road
me.
would you like to go?
Do we see any? Are there any notable buildings or landmarks I remember to see in those directions?
You can roll me an
Oh, I see.
investigation, but from your immediate perspective, from your immediate point of view, there's nothing that really stands out amid the ruins from the fountain. You'll have to go down one of the two roads to really get a better view, so to
In
speak.
which directions do you say that we
North and
have left
south.
going?
Then perhaps it is north that we should go.
Sure. Let's go north. It's arbitrary anyway at the moment, so.
Okay.
North.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
All of us or one of us?
Whomever.
Whomstever.
Whomst ever.
I'm not so great at investigation. Not very good at it. It's not my forte.
Oh.
Oh. Alright, that'll work. So you search among the ruins. Oh, do you take Varen with you, or do you have him stay at the fountain?
I mean,
Probably take him with us.
safer that way.
Yeah. I think
Safer being that there's not really doesn't seem to be anything here, but why risk it?
Okay, so you have Varen come accompany you guys.
His knowledge might be useful anyway.
So the party and Varen, all head. You said north. So you guys head north, and you sort of pace through this empty, quiet city, and you don't find anything that really sticks out of the ordinary until something seems to catch your eye for a moment, Lamine. Almost something like it's like dancing at the corner of your eye. It almost makes the silhouette of a figure. And when you turn your head to look at it, you don't see anything. However, you do catch a rather peculiar looking building that sort of looks fairly well intact. In fact, the walls don't look as like aged. Like it doesn't look like the building doesn't look like it would collapse at any moment. In terms of how well structured. However, it's all the same building type. Like it's all made of the same material.
Yeah.
But it looks a lot sturdier.
You can really jam a crowbar into it.
We'll see.
No.
Maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
So
Fucking
yeah.
Yasha coming in like structure test. Slap.
It then, or at least direct my attention more towards it. Specifically to the spot I might have seen that shadow at the edge of my vision.
Well,
Because if that's what caught my interest in the first place, I'll probably see if there's anything I might do that. But go towards that building then.
so
Walk towards the building. Woo!
you make your way towards this interesting building. You notice that rather than any like normal doors or windows, you see on one side there's what appears to be like a brazier sitting on the side of the wall of this building, and a small little hole just in front of this brazier. And rather than like a regular square door, there's just a big stone circle rolled in front of what could be an entrance. So it's a little uncharacteristic considering that most of the buildings you found either have doors or don't have doors because they've simply fallen apart or rotted away from time.
Yeah, and a rock being rolled in front of ostensibly an opening is very permanent.
Yeah, this looks like it was like somebody like this thing was crafted to roll into place here.
Question is how to unroll.
I don't remember if I still had it going or not, because I remember having it up during the previous session. But regardless, I will want to have detect magic back up.
Okay. I think you had detect magic up, but I'll just say you
I
refreshed.
thought so,
You guys have been
but-
down here for a significant amount
Wesh.
of time.
Yeah, I can do it as a ritual, so it's not barring any time issues.
Wait a minute.
Talk-
You mean brazier, right? Not brazier.
Brazier? Brazier?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a brazier, not a brazier, a brazier.
It is the thing that holds flames. Yes.
Yeah, brazier. A
Brazier.
brazier is a bra.
Well, it is a brazier made of braziers.
I can argue they both hold
No,
flames.
wait, hold on. I don't see the difference. I don't see
I don't see the difference.
Oh, good.
God damn
It's
it.
the same thing. Corporate
I was
wants you
so
to find the
confused for a
difference.
minute.
Well, there's a brazier on one of the sides of the walls of this building, and it is lined up with a small little hole. It looks like a little peephole.
We must unstone the stone.
I mean, jury's out if it requires anything special, or if we can just physically, strong arm it out of the way.
You may attempt to move the stone. It doesn't look
Yeah,
like
he-
it's really blocking. Like there's nothing like really stopping it. Like
Yeah,
it's not
That,
locked into
uh,
place.
I like to peek inside that hole,
Well,
see if I see anything.
as you poke your head in, well, you can't really see anything since well,
Dark.
it's dark.
That's about what I expected. But,
Dark.
No other
I guess
sources
I
of
could
light.
try.
Perhaps you could use some light. I use thermaturgy and light the brazier.
I was say you gave Yasha a rock with light on it. He could probably just tuck it in there.
I don't know if you can
That's
fit it
true.
through the hole.
As you try to sort of poke the thing through the hole, you notice that there's a bit of glass that's like blocking the little rock, and the hole is, by the way, it's quite literally like a little peephole on a door, essentially.
Yeah. It's tiny.
But there's like a glass lens that's on the inside of this hole.
Oh. Well, since I have dark vision, can I see anything past the darkness that Lemmy can't?
You can see shapes, but you can't really see much past that because even with the dark vision, it's difficult to even like perceive anything in there.
Yeah, it's all gray anyway, so
Yeah.
you like
It's gray.
Well,
Everything's grayscale.
there's things in there, but what the hell they are, I don't know.
Oh wait, we don't want to light it.
I can imagine the wizards holding Yasha back, like, please don't destroy this building.
Varen's just like, please, this thing
No,
looks
no.
more intact than the rest of the city.
don't let the monk near it.
Uh,
So
He does make an
the-
interesting query about it, wondering if it's just like, I wonder if maybe they built this after the town, like whatever happened with the town.
So the
This
brazier's
seems like-
lit, right?
Did you light it?
Still fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, so the brazier's lit. Obviously, since people are looking through the little hole, you can't really see through the light. But yeah, light is now inside the building,
Hooray!
but there's no other.
It's lit.
I'd like
No
to
more
give
pepperoni secret.
the stone a tentative kind of like nudge to see how difficult it would be to actually move this thing.
Okay, you're gonna try and push it open.
A little bit, yeah. I'm not.
Yasha offers you a crowbar for leverage.
Yeah, I'll take that. I would like to get the door open. Get the door open. I'm rolling a rock. Yeah, I guess so.
Be careful, this tool has leveled buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, thousands of year old building.
Gone. In a heartbeat.
One of the greatest wonders of an ancient civilization, gone in seconds. Wow.
Some say it was blessed by a particular crew of Horo, renowned for their ability to bring buildings down.
I assume it's a strength check to move this rock.
Yep. Go ahead.
The crowbar is advantage.
Come
Okay.
on, crowbar. Well, 11 is better.
Nope. Well, you test the rock with the crowbar, and sure enough, it definitely is negotiable with a little more oomph to it.
Okay.
I'm so tempted just for water to try, just because I want to see how badly he does.
I was to say, this is when you rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, right. I'll shove it. I'll move to shove it open all the way then.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, 16.
Yep. This time with a more confident push, you're able to
Want to strain
shove
anything?
this what is essentially a large donut-shaped stone and push it over to the like out of the way of this stone entrance. As you do, you shove it to the side, and then the stone door just kind of flops over and makes this loud resounding bang as it slaps against
giant-
this dusty
yeah.
ground.
A
And
giant the rock just tips over.
The sound of the stone slapping on hard stone echoes through the village, and it does sound like it's disturbed the air quite a bit as it echoes around. But yeah, the door is open, and
I'm
with
gonna take the glowing rock from Yasha and poke my way inside.
well, you are able to actually see inside now since you have the brazier lit, the brazier.
Brazier, it's lit.
Yeah, with the brazier lit, you're able to see from the other side of the peephole, and the peephole seems to reflect a light up against the far end. It's like a rectangular building, and so from one short end to, or from one long end to the other, there's just a beam of light that kind of casts over in a large circle around the other end, the opposite wall side of the peephole. And sitting on the sides of the walls, like on the sides of the light, are 10 statues.
Oh boy.
Rather interesting looking statues.
Interesting, you say.
I
don't like that.
These are not my notes. Where are my notes? Here we go. So, as you kind of glance around and look at some of these statues, you're able to kind of look at them. And, the 10 statues are... Oh, wait, no, that's not it. The 10 statues are... A pair of arms, raised high. One grips the end of a spear that points in a downward angle. A cow with notably large horns. A round shield. A goat standing on 2 legs. A bear sitting and eating a pumpkin. The mouth of a dragon. Crossed swords. A half-dozen salmon leaping from a stream. A billowing torch. And the head and mane of a lion. These are all like stone statues of those items.
What nice pictures.
Curious.
Here, I'll just like copy paste my notes here real quick from the realm. So yeah, these are what the statues are. On the far side of the wall, where the light is like illuminating, you see something written on the very top, like where the ceiling and the wall touch.
I am going to assume that probably most of us can't read it, save for our. Well, I'm pretty
academic.
sure we'll read it.
Yep. So you're gonna call Varen over.
Yeah.
What is this shit?
Um,
You can read it while I look around at the statues.
all right. So he takes a minute to study. Oh wow, dude's on his game.
Good.
He pretty much figures out the language, like flipping quickly to notes that he's already kind of memorized somewhat, like he knows the spot, and he starts to interpret, and he's like, oh, okay, I see what this means, and he says that it's a perhaps some sort of riddle.
Of course.
Oh, wonderful.
The writing says, betwixt the shadow of the beast and the champion will you find the key.
Cool. That helps. Thanks, Farron.
Yeah.
I mean, is are based just from that, are the oh man, the spear, the arms with the spear and the lion head, are they across from each other,
They are.
or are they
Mhm.
next to each other?
Um,
Next or across to each other?
they're across. So I guess if you want to do the 5 on the left would be the pair of arms, the cow, the shield, the goat, arms. Yeah, so basically the first 5 are on the left side, and the bottom 5 are the right side.
Okay.
Is there? What's the floor like?
The floor?
Yeah, like separate
Um,
pieces of stone.
yeah, so it's all stone. So like this building is like a stone rectangular brick, essentially, or stonework rectangular brick. It's actually pretty plain and empty, save for the statues and the writing on the wall.
Let's just go down this train of thought until it either doesn't work or goes somewhere. Is there whatever stone is in between the arms and the lion? I'd like to kind of look between those two. Well, look between those two statues for either some kind of something on the floor initially, or if one of the if a stone is loose, like if it has any give, I'll look around for that too.
So you're gonna just check to see which statues move?
No, I'm checking the floor between the statues.
Ah, I see.
The length of floor between the lion and the arms. I want to see if there's any either writing symbols or loose stone between them.
Go ahead and roll perception.
If anyone else has any ideas of what might be the beast and the champion, feel free to voice it.
I'm trying to think of the champion.
No, not at all.
I don't
Order
know.
is smart, me dumb, so.
I don't know. A bear sitting and eating a pumpkin sounds like a pretty good fucking champion to me. But that's me.
I mean,
Because y'all, let me tell you, if I saw a bear eating just sitting down and eating a pumpkin in real life, you're like, damn, what a fucking baller.
You know,
These
just
two.
because of that, fuck it. Mortar's going to look at the fucking bear eating the pumpkin statue,
It
just
might
for
be.
the hell of it.
We don't know. We don't.
Just-
I don't have any context for what champion is, so
Hmm.
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean,
I'm going.
maybe it is a champion bear eating pumpkin contest thing.
I'm going to investigate the bear eating a pumpkin.
See if anything comes of it, I suppose.
It would be across from the dragon, so I guess it's appropriate. Uh, 12 on my perception, by the way.
So you inspect the floors a bit. You notice actually something a little bit telling, which is you're looking between the stone around the spear and the lion, yes?
Yep.
You do see it's almost like difficult to notice, but you do see that there's some flaw in the stonework ground near the spear, like as if it was like something kind of like might have been dragged like there. I mean, it's kind of a hard guess. It's like a place that hasn't been touched in over 1,000 years, but it definitely looks a lot more worn than the one with the lion.
So, I guess to be more specific or be more clear to me, is it the edge of the stone that's like marred, or is it the surface?
The surface of the floor.
I would. Oh man. Okay. I would like to push, whichever, the statue in that direction. I guess because I'm inferring that it's been moved or previously moved on top of that stone. So I'm gonna follow that.
Okay.
I'm trying to just start shoving it,
All right.
trying to move the statue.
So these statues are sitting on the far side. So I'm guessing you're gonna pull it like somewhere in the middle of the room.
I'm gonna try to.
Okay. So you'll pull it towards the middle of the room, and as you see the shape of the arms and the spear, you can see sort of being cast. Its shadow is being cast on the back wall.
Ooh. Okay.
Actually, fairly clearly too. It's like this is some whatever lens is being like is the light is emitting through is like intense on the shadow.
Where's the spear point pointing to?
It's pointing downwards.
Can I see?
How?
So it's pointing like towards the floor at an angle.
I was gonna say, I know this is getting oddly technical, but if we were to measure in degrees, what's the offset? Offset. If 90 is straight down.
I mean, it's maybe a 45 degree angle. This is definitely
Okay,
like
so
a
it's
warrior pose. Like a
Oh,
pair
so
of
it's
arms.
it's like he's bringing it down on something, not like he's
Yeah.
stabbing straight down kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, this isn't a warrior. This is just arms, by the way. So
Arms.
it's one arm that's
Right.
like fist raised in the air, and then another one that's holding the spear in a downward like point, essentially.
Yeah. I guess initially I'd like to inspect the ground wherever the spear point is pointing to, because ostensibly it's pointing at a point on the floor. So I'd like to
This
look
is a
there.
very nice bear statue.
This is a really
Did you really
very
look at
anatomically correct bear.
the bear is very anatomically correct.
Sweet. I make note of it by by putting it in my book.
Nice.
Excellent.
Excellent. Lemmy seems like she got this, so
For the moment, anyway. Yeah. Ostensibly, there is a point on the floor that the spear is pointing to, so I would like to look around there.
Okay. Go ahead and make the check.
Is it perception or
Yeah,
investigation?
perception. This will be all perception for now.
Okay.
Precepts.
So,
would you like me to help?
I would like someone else to be helping me. What?
Yasha will probably be right there along trying to help you.
Okay. Are you? I mean,
I'll be assisting you. Or what is my perception? I'll be assessing. I'll be assisting.
Are you okay?
Oh.
I don't know what English is.
Accepting.
Hey,
I'll accept
30-20.
Nice.
Poking around the floor and just brushing dust aside.
Well, you push dust aside, but you don't seem to see anything that really indicates, and there's no real pattern or anything that you can indicate from it that would imply that the spear is pointing at anything. It's just a fairly
Okay,
smooth stone. The
How about the
surface.
wall?
The walls?
The shadow is on the wall too, or rather, ostensibly the shadow of the spear is pointing to a point on the wall. That'd be the second place that I'd look.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to have. I want Yasha to try tugging on one of the other statues to see if it moves.
Probably the
Which statue will you be attempting
Yeah,
to move?
he just wants to see if they move at all.
Bear one.
Oh, yeah.
I
You,
need-
kidding.
you play
I need to
around
be
like-
and each of the statues can move.
oh boy.
Can I push the dragon mouth?
The dragon mouth?
Yeah, push it to see if it casts a shadow too, and if it does, try to like make it angle so that the spear. It may maybe look like the dude is attacking the dragon mouth or something.
I need to be
Not sure how to best convey that, but
Okay. All right. So you move the dragon mouth towards where the spear is.
yeah.
You do find it a little bit kind of orienting it around a little bit, but you do kind of see as the shadows cast upon it that it looks like on the with the shadow cast on the wall that the spear in the mouth of a dragon is like the spear is pointing towards the mouth of a dragon.
He is hero now. Doesn't know where to go from there.
So right now you just got a mouth and a pair of hands holding a spear.
I'll teach that dragon mouth. And then just move the dragon, move the bear pumpkin statue to make him watch. No, the bear watches on an amusement.
I mean, if the dragon didn't work, maybe the lion will.
Well, no, it looks like that the shadow cast on it looks like it makes sense. Pose wise.
Oh, like for the dragon?
Yeah, for the dragon mouth. Like it looks like the spear is pointing towards the dragon's mouth.
What's in the dragon's mouth?
I don't know. I didn't look inside the dragon's mouth. I just moved it into position.
What's in the
So-
dragon's mouth?
So the
What's in
the
it?
pair of arms raised high.
Mhm.
His other hand, is it just up in the air, not doing anything?
Yeah, so one fist raised like up, but then the other one is holding a spear high above, pointing down.
Can I move the round shield statue and align it with his hand to make it look like he's holding it?
You do this? Will
Yeah.
you do this? Alright. You move the shield over where the arm would be, in context with the shadows, and it does look like that the shield lines up fairly correctly with the other arm.
Well, this is gonna be weird, but oh,
I'm back.
my
I-
goodness. Oh.
Curiously, I'll ask Verum if he knew what kind of people lived in this town. Were they human?
Varen kind of comes, kind of like says, for the most part, yeah, we do know that, the Calustans were primarily humans, or, human descent. I'm sure that they've encountered other races and, things have happened between intermingling. But, for the most part, the Calustans were an ancient race of humans.
Because if you wanted to, you can make some horrifying chimera amalgamation out of all these things.
You know what? Morden's actually gonna try that. He's gonna move the head and the mane of a lion
Mhm.
over to where the figure's head is supposed to be.
You know, that
The
is a good
dragon or
point.
the
Yes.
warrior?
The what?
The dragon, where the dragon is, or where the warrior is?
Where the warrior is.
Oh.
Like
I
make
don't-
it as if it had the head. What?
I don't think the hero is going to be a chimera.
Well,
Look, I'm just curious. I'm fucking curious.
You push around the head and mane of the lion, and while you make some interesting shapes and shadows, it doesn't appear very anatomically correct.
Yeah, that's what I
So,
figured.
it looks like he's got the big old, like, angry cat face where one's torso would be.
Yep.
Like, in
This is a
context of the
Mikote.
arms.
It's a
Looks
Mikote.
amused.
It's a Mikote,
Looks
if his head
amused.
was where his
Pushes
chest
it out of
is.
the way.
It's a precursor te.
It's a pre-Mikote. A pre-Kote.
A Neanderthal, if you will.
I most certainly will not.
Try to make the chimera out of the other creature of the dragon, and because I know that.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
mean like put the lion head next to the dragon? I can do that.
we have chimera parts. We have goat legs, is it goat legs, a head and mane of a lion, and a dragon.
Well, no, it's not. It's not a goat legs. It's a goat standing on
goat.
2 legs.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then yes, we can make a chimera out of that.
Yeah. The of your animals, you have basically half a dozen salmon jumping out of a stream. You have a goat standing on 2 legs. You have a bear eating a pumpkin, and then you have a cow with unusually large horns. It's more like a steer, actually.
That bear eating a pumpkin's gonna have a really interesting shadow.
Yeah, it is.
Perhaps I should also specify the bear is sitting and eating a pumpkin.
No, you did.
It is. It's specified.
That's
As I
good.
said, a very interesting shadow that would make.
At least it's a bear eating the pumpkin behind of the warrior. Just kidding.
I'm kind of curious what the hell you would do with crossed swords.
I'm sure Mordrin could figure this out, but as a player, I'm fucking dumb to puzzles. So, good
What
luck,
kind of
everyone.
Can I investigate the room to try to get like a full picture of everything as it stands right now?
I mean, I can kind of describe what you're looking at without the investigation. For now, like the room, the building itself is a big rectangular. It's a big rectangular building. From one side to the other, there's the lens in the peephole, and from the other side of the peephole, the light is being cast against the wall, with a rather intense light. And you guys have so far moved the arms, the shield, and the dragon mouth, right?
Correct.
Yep.
And so far, you're able to sort of cast the shadow of a pair of arms holding a shield and spear and pointing it at a dragon's mouth.
Yeah, try to take the head of the lion and the goat and see if they don't somehow line up a little bit with the dragon head in some manner.
So you move around the line, and much like with Mordrin's attempts, you're not able to really find a place that
Good
really,
position.
yeah, that really makes anything other than strange, interesting shapes. And you go through and you sort of do the same thing with the goat. The goat kind of doesn't really fit any particular place either, as it's kind of, while it stands fairly tall, it looks like it could be looking like it's, a warrior with big beefy arms. It seems to have, its shape seems to be a little short, and there's holes of light just sort of poking around it, around where the arms and the actual goat is.
I see.
So it's not quite, it doesn't quite fit.
I move the bull's head and try to align it with the arms.
You move it with that?
Yeah, maybe it's a minotaur.
You move the steer into the position of where the arms and the weapons are, or the spear and shield, and it seems to fit on the whole fairly nicely. And while it does look a little strange, at first you kind of make some small adjustments, and it looks less like a steer with strange arms, and looks more like a warrior bearing a big helmet instead. And so you have what appears to be the shape of a warrior holding a spear and shield, and almost like he's jumping down onto this dragon's head, or mouth, I should say.
If that's the case, maybe the half dozen salmon leaping from a stream isn't too far off if he looks like he's coming down on something.
You know, it's a good point.
Maybe the goat standing on two legs are supposed to be part of his legs.
I mean, he could be. He is leaping though, so his feet would not be on the ground.
Wait,
If that,
So which statue are you moving?
what about the torch? Can we if we move the torch, could it fit in a way so it looks like the dragon's breathing fire?
yeah, that's
You could
true.
try it.
Let's try it. I don't know how the torch is situated, so
Or how it looks, yeah.
The torch is situated kind of like at an angle, almost like it's sitting on a sconce, like against the wall. However, it's
can you line it up with the dragon mouth.
it almost kind of looks like it makes sense somewhat with the dragon. Not so much like it's breathing fire, but it from almost like what's the word? It almost feels like it's missing something there. You can make I would say a wisdom check. I'd go with wisdom, or maybe an intelligence check, but I don't really know which intelligence would really fit the bill for this.
I mean, wisdom is kind of. I think wisdom fits because this might be. It sounds like it's less. I don't know, being smart and
Smart.
kind of like guesstimating, right? Which seems more like wisdom. 15 for my wisdom.
That should be enough. So you kind of look at the orientation of the warrior and the dragon and where the torch is sort of sitting. And while the torch kind of stands out in a very weird manner, it almost feels like the shape is correct. Like it's sitting in the correct position. Like it's really hard to tell outside
it would
of like
be here.
artistically speaking, this makes sense in the way of like the way the motion and like the way the movement of the shapes are like the way the motion of the shapes are sort of showing itself, where it kind of it has like an up down sort of motion to it when you kind of look at the whole picture, or I guess like a reverse bell shape kind of going on. So
Some kind of madness.
in a roundabout way, you feel like this piece makes sense, but you don't quite have the whole picture.
Well, Yasha, do you want to?
Well,
there's
if you're
things that
asking
we could
me,
try.
I believe that the bear and the goat would complete our warrior. 'Cause we already have the head, the arms. We're missing his body and legs.
Well, the warrior's complete.
So
Yeah,
we only have like the top half of it then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not all the pieces might be used.
Yeah. Kind of assumed that not all of them would be used. Do you want to try the salmon, Yasha? See what kind of shape we get from that.
I'm curious
only
to what kind of shadow that would cast.
Me too. Because my second idea would be to give the dragon a mane, but I don't know what that would necessarily do.
So
Might as well
you
stick
move
the
him-
salmon.
We'll finagle the salmon, see what kind of shadow shapes we get out of it.
So,
Maybe it's acting as like a blood spray or something. The dragon's getting stabbed in the face.
Or maybe it's fire. Maybe it's something.
So you move around the stream with the salmon sort of jumping in and out of the water, and you play around with the orientation for a bit. However, it seems to line up pretty well with the torch and mouth from where the stream starts and ends, and almost gives shape to the dragon, making it look like a rather slender-looking dragon. The shape of the water sort of splashing out kind of carves out what looks like eyes, and the fins of the fish sticking out look almost like limbs, or not limbs, but like the fins and
We
horns of
found
the
the
dragon.
head of the dragon.
And the very top of the stream, you can see the billowing torch almost look more like a blazing tail rather than a fire, and you hear a rather loud click on the illuminated sign of the side of the wall.
Ooh.
Oh. Rather on clicking noise.
Before we do anything, can I look for traps?
Sure.
Or would that be investigation or?
I think it's perception.
Depending on if you're just visually checking, it'd be perception. If you're like poking around, it'd be investigation.
Don't I have any cool rogue stuff that makes me look for 'em?
Expertise is a cool rogue thing. Basically. But that's only if you put it into investigation or
No, I
perception.
didn't.
Only like some other systems have like rogues being really good at finding traps, but not D&D necessarily. Because it's all skill based essentially. You don't have to
Yeah.
be a rogue to be really good at finding traps. Was the TLDR. Where
Well,
you put your specialties.
Yeah, like Drake Nathan's.
I think I'll actively search
Okay.
instead of just visually. So just do an investigation then.
Go ahead. Yee. Ooh, nice. You are careful and thorough to look around. You don't find any traps, so it looks like it's safe. As you
Yay!
sort of approach the far wall with the illuminated wall, you see within the shadow at the tip of the spear, right where it's about to crash down on the dragon, you notice a small little glint. And from where you didn't see before against the wall, there's now the stone, and it's one of the stones. I think this one will be the ruby stone.
Yay!
For brevity's sake, I don't remember, but it's one of the 4 stones.
Probably.
Yay.
Oh.
Murderer will take the stone. And hopefully the building doesn't collapse upon taking the stone.
It just crumples like fucking House of Cards. Just
This one actually is sturdy enough and doesn't, fall apart when you
So not
take it out.
pop the
wall with the
stone off
crowbar.
the wall.
I just like to think it fell apart like those cartoony like House of Cards.
Oh god.
You take it out, you wait a few seconds, you're like, wow, it worked. Crumples. No!
Fuck.
Almost just as if to just spite Vern.
Poor Varen. The man just wants to.
It almost just to spite him, like, hey. Almost as if to spite him, it just collapses immediately after a few seconds. Just.
It belongs in a museum.
Oh. You don't have a
You
whip,
belong
Perrin?
in the museum.
Oh. But anyways, yeah.
Got the North Rock.
We did it.
We have the third rock.
Right. We gotta get the fourth rock.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Now I think it was south. All we had left to look then.
You go south now.
Yep.
Well done, fellas. We have a rock.
I did nothing, but that's okay.
You looked at an anatomically correct bear statue.
I did.
Eating a
and
pumpkin.
It was a great.
The
That's a
bear's
great
eating a
statue.
pumpkin.
Now that's a hero in my book.
In any case, so you decide to head south now.
Correct.
Well, go ahead and roll me investigation.
All right. I almost put plus 11.
Oh,
Like, okay, that's a hell of a
You're not
search.
fancy. Wrong campaign.
Wait,
this
is
the
he
firearm
is
campaign.
she plus 11? I'm gonna take a look.
I don't know. I wouldn't be
Taking a look
surprised
right
though.
now. Me neither. Let's see. Plus 10.
Close enough.
Yeah. Still have the passive perception of 25 though.
Oh, right.
Jeez.
That though.
Yeah, I still remember, like, you wouldn't even allow me to roll for, like, perception and investigation checks. You just let me have it because it was so ridiculously high.
Jeez.
I mean, yeah. It's hard for you not to notice things when you have that high. Like,
Well,
what do you find though?
you journey for a while, and this road kind of winds for a bit, but you sit at you find that it kind of reaches to a higher, slightly higher elevated position within the town, and you find a similar looking stone building, identical to the one that you had just come across from the north
Okay.
side. This one also has a stone circle blocking, or basically a stone boulder blocking the door.
Alright, let me do your thing. Unless you want to watch Mortar and just fucking struggle.
I do not want you to
Let's watch him struggle. No.
Unlike this
that'd be
one,
such a dick party.
yeah. Unlike the previous one, this one doesn't have a brazier or any little peepholes. With like a lens.
Brashears and peoples, huh?
Yeah.
Really getting the Balmung server.
Yeah. There's no little peepholes. There's no braziers. There are a small collection of tiny windows at the very top that are too small to crawl through, but they appear to be they kind of somewhat line the sides of the building, so if there's any light source, it would be from the top.
Okay.
But yeah, small enough to let light in, but whatever light you could find, but also big, but not big enough to fit a person. If that makes sense.
All right. Yeah. It does.
You do.
Well, I guess there's nothing to it. I'll start working on the stone door then.
Yeah. Mortar will cheer from the distance. But not actually cheer because
I
Mortar
appreciate
doesn't do that.
Martin became a cheerleader.
Go, Mordorin, go.
Lamine is just not feeling it today.
No.
Oof.
Look, it's a big rock, okay?
Yeah.
It is a pretty
It-
big rock.
it
It's like an
takes some
8-foot stone.
I'm one person moving a
More-
giant piece
8-foot
of stone.
tall stone.
Mortar's like, okay, get out. No, I'm just kidding. No, he
It's actually
wouldn't.
bigger. It's like a 10-foot tall stone.
Anybody else strong in this party? Like, because Lamine seems like she's doing all the heavy lifting right now.
I am. That's kind of. I mean, that is possibly kind of my role.
I'm going to. I can give it a shot, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna have a good chance.
Not really expecting to move this thing in one go. I'm no like 20 strength barbarian over here.
Where's that Oni when you need him?
I miss that guy.
He's a good guy.
Kind of figured it was going to take more than
Somewhere
one
in the
go
Baldur's Gate one that's gonna be restarted in like 6 years from now at this point.
Well, unless something
Six,
happens,
60.
Peter,
Oh.
I'm going to keep on moving the stone.
He's gonna
Okay,
keep trying.
go ahead.
Maybe I
Oh.
can do better than that.
This may take a while.
Better.
I'll give that one to you. You're able to nudge the stone. However, rather than fully opening it, you just kind of push it and then kind of lose your grip and it just falls forward. Opposite of the building, of course. It just falls forward and makes another resounding slam on the ground.
Ooh.
Not
Of
quite
course,
as
echoing within the ancient chamber.
Oh.
But nothing.
Sure is a
really...
nice thing. No one's really here.
Yeah. The only thing that really follows that is the sound of disturbed stone from the, rumblings of dropping what is probably a couple ton stone on the ground.
Hope that
not
doesn't break
elegant as
another
the last one, but it's open.
Yep.
Which
more. Yeah,
now
should
might
just be
actually
like more elegant than me.
The room is dark, obviously, since there's no real light source other than the lights you bring.
light spell
Light
is
spell.
human's best friend.
Mordrin just like, I don't need this.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks.
You're-
I was born with it.
Yeah. He's like, I don't need it. Everyone just looks at Mordrin, says nothing. They just look away. They don't even dignify him with a response.
So from within the building, you can kind of like see there's four windows basically like poking into this room. In this room, essentially, you see a table with one sword sitting on it, like just resting on it. You see a wall mount fit for either a weapon or a trophy. You see a basket with made of fur sitting beside 3 different piles of seeds. And then you see a small collection of weapons, a sword, a spear, and a knife resting against one of the sides of the walls. There is in one of the corners of the room there is a pile of skulls of animal skulls. And then you see on a wall shelf a collection of bells. And then on a lone part of the wall by itself, there appears to be what looks like a key hook.
Oh boy.
Just like, it's kind of like next to the wall shelf.
Oh. It's a lot to this room, that's for sure.
Yep. And then there is on one of the walls, once again, you see more ancient writing.
Alright, scholar.
Oh, Varen will try and take a crack at it.
Nudge him in there.
Ooh. He doesn't roll as
Not-
high, but
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
attempt to help him, but
he's
you know.
he kind of struggles with the translation a bit. However, he gets the words. He says like something averted the shade something.
Can
Averted
I
the
help him?
shade?
Can I help him translate the
We
rest?
do have 2 nerds.
Yeah, go
Shut
ahead. You can give him an assist so he can get a.
Either that or just roll myself.
Yeah, go ahead. Just kind of take the book
Uh,
and just kind of do the
yeah.
translation.
What's the roll?
It'll be an intelligence check.
Alright. Great intelligence. That's 21.
You're able to pretty much figure out from his notes the reading, and it says, "What averted the shade now rests here."
Hey, what averted the shades now rests here.
Who dat?
Who dat?
But yeah, and I'll write this down here. I'll just write this on for this room.
praise it with our peepers.
Oh, I
I
love
have a
those
very
fish in
bad feeling
Subnautica.
about this.
Peepers.
I don't think we're alone in this room.
We could be.
I hope we are.
Actually, don't look now, but there's at least 100 of the little tiny things around us.
You what?
They're just waiting, hungrily.
And why I gotta put that in my head now.
Because all good inquisitors and witch hunters must have a healthy sense of paranoia.
Fair enough.
It reminds me, there's the Witcher board game on Kickstarter.
The Witcher.
Witcher.
I see.
And something about how something in this room averted the shade. Yes?
Yep.
Basically.
Hold on a second. Where are my notes? Up. What averted the shade now rests here. I'll just put that quote real quick. Here we go.
Yasha might go check out the whatchamacallit. Oh, he'll look at the animal skulls like, oh.
Okay. Yeah, there's a small collection of skulls. You can make a what was it? Nature check to identify them. Yes,
Nurture
yes.
check.
And nature check.
Witcher shit.
All natural check. So 16.
A 16. Well, you are able to identify 3 of the skulls. The other ones are too damaged and smashed beyond like recognition, unfortunately. Or not so much smashed, but you know, they're too time lost, I guess.
Lost to time.
Let's see. So, of the skulls, you are able to identify. So these are the skulls you identify: a lion, a bear, a cow, and a goat.
Makes sense.
Basically, bring this up to the others. These are lion, bear, cow, goat skulls.
Looks at the bear.
Looks at the bear.
What's with you and bears?
Yeah?
Bears.
Like bears.
Picked
No,
it
I
for
think
pumpkin
actually,
spades.
well, because if I remember correctly, the statues we didn't use were the swords and the bear eating a pumpkin, as well as the goat legs. I think.
Well, goat standing on 2 legs.
But you'd be correct if, you know,
And the
they
lion.
had any correlation.
Lion.
Yeah, this is assuming that. They're connected. Unfortunately, shade is vague. Is it literal or figurative? Based on the object of this room, I assume
Could
it's
be nothing. Could
probably
mean
leaning
everything.
more into figurative. But also maybe not.
Oops.
Wait,
Investigate the 3 pile of seeds.
3 piles of seeds.
What's up with that?
Again, you may take a nature check.
I have 14
Or
this
an
time.
investigation, whichever one works. 14?
Yeah.
So the 3 different seeds you're able to determine, despite having been so old, they're actually still somehow put together. Like they're not like time wasted. They are carrot, pumpkin, and wheat.
I don't know how the hell we're gonna put this together, but well, there's the pumpkin seeds.
Back to the bear eating a pumpkin.
Back to the bear eating the pumpkin. God damn it.
It all comes full circle.
Well,
The table with the sword laying on it. What
Mhm.
direction is the sword pointing?
The sword is resting at an angle. It's the blade's pointing towards the wall, away from you guys.
I'd like to head in that direction and investigate that wall.
Well, it's just like sitting on the table. The table's resting against the wall. Then the blade is like pointing into the wall that the table's resting on.
Yeah.
Is the table upright? Or
Yeah.
is it
So
Oh.
the table is like upright and it's like it's like sitting against the wall. Like the table is against the wall. Everything's like against the wall. In like towards the middle of the room. I should probably be more
and the
specific.
sword is propped up against the table, against the wall.
The sword on the table is lying flat on the table, at an angle.
Oh, I see now. Okay. I think I see anyway.
okay.
Alright.
There is a sword. Wait.
Yeah.
There's just a random sword that's resting against the wall, though, right?
There's a knife, sword, and a spear
yeah.
against.
A sword, knife, and spear are also resting against the wall. The middle of the room has the basket with the seeds. And then on the opposite of the table is the wall shelf with the bells, and then next to that is the key hook.
I'm gonna take that sword, and I'm just gonna go over to the sword lying on the table, and just kind of like try to recreate that one statue with the cross swords.
Okay.
If that does anything, I don't know what it would do.
Well, it seems reminiscent to the statue, but nothing happens right now. Or at least nothing apparent.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
There's nothing that really stands out on the ceiling. However, where the ceiling on parts of the walls, you do notice the windows where the ceiling and the sides of the walls meet.
Yeah.
And they are kind of set up in strange places. Like this building's windows don't really make much sense.
Is it? Can you try and explain how they don't make sense? I guess. I don't know.
I guess architecturally speaking, it's the way the windows are set up are a little weird and random. Like they're not evenly spaced. They're like not really like they don't look right. Is what I'm getting. It's like they don't look like they make sense from like this is how a window should look like, you know?
Maybe getting a little bit weird territory, but if I look out the window, is there a point in the room where I can see all the windows and like out to the roof of the cavern we're in?
You'd have to climb up to get to get to the windows, but there's nothing that the windows point to the outside from. Or at least nothing you can really see.
Yeah, the initial thing would have been if the windows kind of open up to something interesting on the ceiling, I suppose. But if that's not the case, then
Yeah. There's
Okay.
it kind of like they all sort of point out against a cavern wall that doesn't really stand out.
okay. was worth a look to get it out of the way.
Varen does note that, yeah, those windows are kind of weird, though, as he's kind of investigating as well. These feel like difficult puzzles that I've made. I'm glad.
What were the 3 animal skulls again?
Actually, I think there were
I think it
4.
was a 4. It's 4.
Lion, bear, cow, goat.
Is there anything particular about that key hook?
It's just a plain old metal key hook.
I'd like to take the bear skull and put it into the basket made of fur.
Strangely enough, the basket is too small for the bear skull.
Hmm.
Can I look and see if there's where the windows might triangulate? If even such a position exists.
They don't seem to be pointing in any particular direction. However, you do note that the shape of these windows have sort of grooves that are... They look like they're pointing at certain angles.
Trying to trace some of these angles and see if they hit on anything.
Wanna make me a wisdom check?
Yeah.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna be taking a look at the bells then, since they haven't been looked at yet.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make an investigation on the bells.
An 8.
Firstly,
Alright.
checking to make sure if any of them can ring, I guess.
Well, well, you kind of look over, and you're able to sort of you are able to identify the 3 bells, and yes, each of them do ring. First one is a little like a jingle rain bell, like a little round ball. The second one is like a handbell, and the last one is a rumble or rumbler, which is more like a flat flask-shaped bell. Each of them have a little strap on them, like a not so much like a necklace, but like a little wrist strap, sort of. So like you could sort of tie it around something.
Okay.
What were the 3 seeds again?
The 3 seeds?
Yeah.
It was pumpkin, wheat, and I think carrot.
Yeah. Pumpkin, wheat, carrot.
I put the bear skull on top of the pumpkin seeds.
Well.
What are they? Are these seeds just like up? They're just piles on the ground. By the way?
Yeah, it's like about a
correct?
fistful of seeds.
Okay.
Sitting next to this like fur-made basket. By the way, Luke, your wisdom check, you were able to kind of like get an idea that perhaps you can, much like from the previous building, you could shine light in from the windows.
I wonder if there's anything that'll assist with that. Or we'll have to provide the light ourselves.
Well, there didn't appear to be anything around the outside of the building this time. No braziers, no braziers.
Damn, no braziers. I guess I'll Yasha will go outside and try to like do his best to stick torches in the windows or something to make light shine through them. See if that changes anything.
You have your light rock, yeah?
There's a light
Yeah,
rock. Just kind of.
there is the light rock.
Um, I'll give you guys this one. Make perception checks. For those of you who are inside.
All right. Perception plus 5. We get lower. It's plus 5. Got it
Eventually, we'll roll above a 10 again.
right. You rolled above a 10.
Hey. So that one I'll give it to you. Mordrin, Poverty. You kind of look around and you sort of notice as Yasha holds up the light over each of the windows, kind of goes one by one as he kind of sort of climbs and pokes his hand, like holding the light rock over the window and sort of shines the light. You're able to kind of notice that the lights are like the windows are sort of spotlighting certain areas of the room, and they seem to spotlight particular places. So let's see how many spots I'll do this. Okay, so we're able to spot for 2 of them. So before, as Yasha's kind of jumping from window to window, and you kind of notice that the light is the light highlights sort of passes over and from one window, and you notice that it's like the light is pointed and spotlighting the basket, and then another light is spotlighting and pointing towards the wall mount.
The wall mount meaning the sword
Keynote?
and spear.
No, there's like a little mount that could be holding like either a trophy or a weapon.
All right, that.
Yeah. So there's the wall mount. There's a that can hold something. There's a wall shelf with the bells next to a key hook. There's the table with the 2 swords now that since you guys left the sword there. And then there's the basket and the pile of seeds.
So the basket and the wall mount were definitely lit up.
Yeah. I mean, from what you were able to notice, it was kind of like, since Yasha's kind of going from window to window with this light, you weren't able to really notice all of them. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, time to see if the swords work on the wall mount. Don't know how it will work, but it will work, I think. Perhaps. Maybe.
Do we take the knife out of the Sorry, I'm having a hard time imagining. It says a knife, a sword, or spear resting against the wall. Are they just propped up against the wall, or is it like?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like a coat of arms or anything.
No, they're just 3 weapons just sort of just laying on the, propped up against the wall.
Would you like this sword to put on the wall mount? No?
I mean, can't hurt.
Martin's
Alright.
gonna put the sword on the wall mount. Can he fit 2 by any chance?
Nope.
1 it is.
Alright, well,
Identical swords? Or
The
mostly
sword-
identical?
the swords look identical,
Okay.
but you're only able to put 1 sword up on the wall mount.
1 sword on the wall mount.
Yeah, it looks like whatever goes on the wall mount, only 1 of it goes on.
Right, the sword is now on the wall mount. Congratulations.
I'm guessing the other one you just put it back on the table, or? back
Yeah,
on
I'll
the
leave
wall?
it on the table.
Okay.
Really, the only thing I can think about is those seeds. They're the only thing that would fit the whatever the shade now rests here.
Let's see what Varen thinks. Varen thinks very wisely. And
He thinks wisely.
he thinks wisely. He kind of inspects the building for a bit, like looks around inside, looks around the outside, and kind of thinks to himself, he's like, I wonder if
He
maybe
is the one
something...
that has more know-how about this culture.
Yeah. Although he's kind of just like lost on the info. But he does kind of mention, he's like, I wonder if that other puzzle has something to do with it. The buildings look the same.
We know. We know.
He then looks to like noticing what Yasha's doing, and then he steps outside and he's just like, hey, let me try something. And he casts lights, like a dancing lights. So rather than passing from, place to place, it's just one big source of light that's beaming through all 4 windows. And now all 4 points are being pointed. So now you see illuminated is the key hook, the table with the sword, the wall mount, and the basket.
Oh, god damn it. Puts the fucking sword back where the other one is. Okay, well, there's one. Probably. Go find out. Oh, what the fuck goes on the key hook, though?
Nothing was on the key hook.
I mean, like, what goes on there?
A bell? The bells have straps to hang something from.
Oh, true.
Oh, what
There are
the
3
hell
bells, though.
sound? Hold on.
3 bells and 1 key hook.
What sounds do the bells make again?
Well, the bells barely make their audible sounds, but from the bells you have a little like a rain bell, like a jingle bell, a regular handbell, and then a rumbler, which is like a flat like flask shaped bell. And that one kind of makes a very like more like a clunk rather than a ding or a jingle.
Like a cowbell?
Yeah, it's almost like a cowbell, but it's smaller.
Miniature cowbell.
Yeah, it's a very small bell.
Joe Bell.
Joe bell.
Open.
I'd like to put the pumpkin seeds inside of the basket.
Alrighty. You put the pumpkin seeds in the basket. The basket is small. However, the seeds look like it kind of looks like it sort of fits. Just snugly enough to carry all the seeds in.
Yay.
Okay. I'll place all the seeds in the basket.
Perfect.
I feel like I'm on the cusp of connecting the dots in here, but I cannot get to it.
The bells are just straps. Are you able to unstrap them and then redo it, or like unravel it so you can tie it against something? Like, could I take a bell and then put it on the key hook?
Yeah, so the straps, you can fasten them onto the key hook if you want.
I take the cowbell and put it on the key hook.
Alright,
What the hell was the last one again?
the wall mount.
Put the spear on there.
You know what?
Nothing appears to happen when you do this.
You know what?
You know,
Fuck it.
what seeds do we have?
Pumpkin, carrot, and wheat.
Okay, I'm gonna put the lion. They're the lion skull, right?
Yep.
You know, there's theme related items here. You could put the cow skull up, a cow bell, and cows eat wheat. There's that. The only items I could think of in particular correlation.
I'm still gonna try the lion on the wall mount just to see.
You gonna do the lion?
Now I will do the lion. If it doesn't work, then we'll try the other idea.
The lion skull fits perfectly onto the wall mount. You hear a loud audible click on the floor.
Oh.
A piece of paneling from the floor or from the ceiling seems to also like it almost feels like stone is moving, and a small crack of light seems to shine down on the floor, and another glint of something. Your eyes catch another glint of something on the ground now.
Time to pick it up. Hopefully it picks up.
Yep. As you figure, it is the last stone.
Hooray!
I have
we
zero
did
idea
it.
how that solution is, but yeah.
We didn't use 4 statues, and we did all the 4 statues.
Yeah, that was the puzzle. The 4 statues you didn't use in the previous
Yeah.
one were used for this
Yeah.
one.
It was
Yeah.
either that or use them again. I guess it did eliminate 4. Should have kept it. At least someone was counting, I guess.
Somehow I managed to be like, okay, which are the ones we didn't use? And hey, me concentrating on that berry hitting a pumpkin worked out.
Yep.
Yay!
It all
See,
checks out.
sometimes I have very good ideas.
That's pretty good. It's a lot better than when C ignores my solutions all the time.
I
Oh.
swear to God, that was one time.
No, it's happened 3 times now.
It
Like-
had. Oh,
It's like I mentioned the first or 2-second solution, you're like, nope. And then Sam is like, is it this? And you're like, yep. And I'm just like, oh,
Sorry, boss. You're just not allowed to solve puzzles.
I'm too stupid.
Oh.
That's why I don't put puzzles in my campaigns anymore.
I spent a good minute trying to figure out what would be a good puzzle that isn't too complicated, but also not like, piss easy.
All you have to do is look up 4th grade puzzles, and I guarantee you'll take 4 grown-ass adults to figure it out for an hour.
I
Or you could
thought
just
of
have C
that.
ignore you.
Jeez. I
It's
thought
like-
of looking up 4th grade puzzles, but I was too stupid to look for them.
All right, back to the fountain we go.
Anyways, you are now finally in possession of all 4 stones.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Now we're just a stone's throw away from hopefully getting this vault open.
Oh, God.
Sure.
Well, you
Also,
make your way.
I hope.
Mhm.
Yeah, we go back to Fountain.
Head back to the fountain.
Yep.
Alright. Surely enough, you are able to make it back to the fountain. Nothing really impedes you. And Varen is just super excited. He's just like, oh my god. We're gonna do it. We're gonna finally get to the mystery of this vault, I guess.
We hope so, and we hope it's gonna be as easy, quote unquote, easy as it looks. All right, time to put the stones
Yeesh.
into place.
There are four little little I wouldn't say statues, but little parts of the there's like little inlets on the fountain that are just sort of part of the ring around the fountain.
Mhm.
And each of them holds a particular shape, which seems to match the respective stones that you are able to sort of just trying one after the other, figure it out, and it sets in. And once it does, each stone lights up with its respective color, rather brightly.
Ooh.
And as you set in each stone, you can hear something beneath you guys in the fountain, beneath the square, sort of slowly click and clank, like there's mechanisms below you. With each stone you set in. So once you go around the circle, you make your way to the final slot, and you stick the last stone, which is a ruby. You stick in the ruby, which is last, and you hear, rather than a few clicks or clanks or something rumbling, briefly, you hear mechanisms in full full motion, essentially. And the fountain itself slowly kind of starts to, the entire fountain structure slowly starts to push up, like about a few inches off the ground, revealing like a small little opening below. And it's slowly turning, like it's almost like on a drill bit, like just spinning up, slowly revealing this entrance. And he's just like, it goes deeper down, I guess. And you can see Varen trying to like take peeks from the little opening of this fountain.
Don't hurt yourself now, kid.
Yeah, he's super excited.
Boy.
Watch your head and
Leash.
fingers,
Yeah,
please.
he's not gonna poke his head in under the thing, but he's definitely like trying to get a peek when he can, just sort of like, crouch down and look down, but not like push his head inside.
He fucking pushes his whole body in there.
He's not like a cat trying to squeeze through. The fountain, or the entrance, the fountain that's raised up, seems to raise up to about your knees height, when suddenly you hear a loud, like, clunk, and the whole thing just stops. And, the mechanisms below you seem to almost, like, make a rather, protesting, like, rumbling sound. Like, things are grinding and, like, they don't sound proper. And, Varen is also, like, almost startled by the sound of this loud, like, this
Crunch.
loud clunk and, like, these other various, like, devices. Like, uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. And, the fountain itself, you can see that the gear, like, whatever gears are moving the fountain, it's, like, jammed, and the thing is, like, sort of, like, shuddering as it's trying to forcibly continue its rotation.
Oh boy.
You feel the entire square begin to tremble
Uh-oh.
below you
Jesus.
guys.
Grab Varen and we're getting
Time
out
to
of the
go.
square. Like,
Roll me
no.
reflexes, guys.
Fuck up.
Deck saves.
Nope, that
Dex
reflexes.
saves. Dex saves, reflexes,
And
you know what it is.
Since you don't have them, you automatically fail.
God
No,
damn it.
Exactly. Roll me some dex saves. Ooh!
Oh, I'm gone.
That makes sense. Oh no,
Oh
Pop.
no!
God.
Yasha went into
Yasha
space with
is,
that
like,
one.
3 times faster than all of us. So,
Okay, so,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Oh.
So, with the exception of, Yasha, y'all fail.
That's fine.
Oh no.
Yasha, at the first sense of, like, the ground,
Oh,
like, the
fuck.
square trembling,
Just
you already
gone
know
up
that the floor is about to, like, literally about to give. And, you pretty much sprint for the nearest building, and, against Varen's wishes, basically climb up on one of the sides of the
Scampers
walls
up the building.
and scampers up. Yeah, you pretty much just do that. And, you look around and you see the fountain, sort of, whatever mechanism was pushing the fountain up, presumably just breaks and cracks, and the fountain tilts, like, sideways and just
Oh, no!
plummets straight into the ground, and the square just collapses with it. The entire thing just sinks down, and you're all basically caught as, like, the stonework just like basically more or less grabs you by your ankles as it's just everything just collapses and pulls you into the ground.
Hey,
Below.
Something like who would be closest to me, either that you can think of or perhaps arbitrarily.
Let's see.
Roll for it.
I will roll for this. So let's see. There's.
Certainly not Yasha. He's gone.
Yeah, except Yasha.
Yeah, except Yasha. So it's just like 3 people, right?
Yeah.
4, 3, 4, 3.
Like a
There's 4
frightened
of you
animal, he
because
ran.
Well, 3 including
Varen also
3
fell.
not including you.
With you and Varen and the other and you, Varen, Poverty, and
Yes,
Mordrin.
it's me and the other people.
Lamine, you are by yourself.
Ah, shit. Okay, well,
And in fact,
I was gonna try and take the brunt for someone, but
Yeah.
I can't.
Mordrin would be next to Varen, so he would have the same
okay.
reaction. Yeah. Because I did
Yep.
say Mordrin's gonna, like, once he feels it's coming down, it's like, uh-oh. And he would have actually gone to go grab Varen. Like, oh, nope, we're getting the fuck out of here. So he would have been next to him, at least.
Yeah, you did say that Morden's first reaction was to go after.
Yeah.
Go grab him.
Go ahead and make con saves.
All of us? That
Yes.
fails.
On is interesting.
The people who have fallen.
Help,
And
I
can't get up?
fallen, I can't get up.
Oh, this is going poorly.
Oh.
Hey, poverty's alright.
What?
Varen rolled decently too. He actually.
Weird.
He will only be taking half, along with Poverty.
Have you ever seen...
Hooray.
Oh, oops.
Thank God.
This is
Oh,
not
fuck.
the usual way that a rogue will succeed on fail on their
Yeah, I know, right? It has
Ouch.
gone in reverse.
taking the con save in the first place.
Ouch.
Y'all take 20 damage. Poverty takes 10.
Ouch.
Oh my
Ouch.
God.
Yeah, this thing doesn't just like fall in and then stops. It falls and falls and falls and falls. Whatever you guys just like, this thing just literally like you've collapsed a really big part of this a really big
Hell,
fucking
tumble.
hole in the ground. In a
Yep,
hole in the ground.
Yeah. It actually would make a lot of sense because Mordrin would be trying to protect Varen, so this works out great.
Well, it paid off. However.
Whatever.
Uh-oh. Nope. So, Yasha, there's a big hole in the ground.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's...
So it seems.
You can hear the echoing sound of just things collapsing, for several minutes, actually. It goes on for a while. You would have think that, like, oh, the hole collapsed, you probably dropped like 20, 30 feet. No, this is a very deep drop. What do you do from atop this building? You notice some of the other, like, nearby buildings. Yours stays intact, though.
Oh, thank God.
Let me... Yeah, yours is fine.
It also collapses. In fact, everything collapses.
Everything collapses. No. Some of the nearby buildings just literally, like, collapse from either the shaking or the hole getting larger as more things is just getting swallowed into the hole. Like, entire buildings are literally just either falling to ash or, falling, or not falling to ash, but falling to dust or falling into the pit and falling to dust.
Varum's not gonna like this. After it seems like, the floor isn't just gonna suddenly give way, probably slowly approach the edge and peek in, like, the peek into the fucking crater that is now there.
Yep. You give it a moment and you gaze down into this deep pit into the earth. And it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see some of the wreckage, and you could see collapsed and crushed in staircase, like a stone staircase that spiraled downwards.
Hmm.
And you see alongside the walls, you can see various like giant stone and like metal gears just sticking out of the sides of this thing, or like little inlets. And you can see some of these gears like either bent out of shape from being dragged down, or like just snapped in half, or in various states of disrepair.
Ugh. I try to squint and see my friends.
Roll perception.
Oh no. Oh no, they're all dead. Oh, a very good roll.
That is an excellent
A
roll.
good squint.
You're able to get kind of a look down there. You're not really able to see them amongst the ruins, or amid the ruins. Presumably they've been buried in the ruins below. Or in
I
the
guess
now
Yasha-
ruins.
Yasha will take this time to try and secure a good way up and down. So like find a stable location to use his vine rope thing.
Mm-hmm. It's about 100-foot drop, by the way.
100 feet. Oh.
Holy.
Oh.
I'm surprised we lived.
Yeah.
Are we
You should be glad
unconscious?
we're not dead.
I don't have that much rope. I have 50 feet of rope, but not 100 feet of rope.
Unless
You're-
Considering the damage we took, probably not.
You're not unconscious, but you are definitely buried underneath a lot of rubble.
Ow.
Oh.
Okay.
It's funny, I actually had a dream about this for this particular campaign. I'm glad to see that it came to fruition.
Yep. Well, I'm glad I'm not
Nah.
seeing my dream happening in this stream.
You
just wait-
can
I'm-
literally kill 4 kobolds a turn.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for you to say that.
I was plugging my headset in as you said that. So.
Just like, I am literally able to kill 4 kobolds a turn. Your campaign blows, dude.
And then that's when you're just like, alright.
And then I'm
Ba-doom.
just like, alright guys, I'm gonna take a 30-minute break and see if I can adjust this session. And then I come back 30 minutes and I'm like,
I can't, I got nothing.
alright guys, I got nothing. Leaves.
And then, as I say, unceremoniously leaves.
And stream, just like, man.
Whoa. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Anyway, I liked, best thing I can do then, I suppose, is, drop down find a stable location for the rope. Drop it down so that, leaping up, for a monk, leaping up 50 feet is not as impossible as leaping up 100 feet, so. That is the idea.
So we're buried under rubble, or are we able to get the rubble off of us, or?
You're gonna have to make strength checks to try and unbury yourself, essentially.
Okay.
Oh, I
so
can't wait for this.
we're like crushed then.
Yeah, you guys are quite literally crushed under rock. And,
Holy shit, okay, Mordorin.
He wants out.
He wants out. He's like, look, I got both Varen and me. I'm getting myself out of this fucking mess.
He only had like 2 rocks on him. That's why it's 17.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what? I like that. I like that. He just had 2 rocks on him. He's just like, okay,
Yeah.
he got them off.
the landing wasn't pleasant, but at least you landed somewhere that didn't have too many rocks burying you.
Yeah.
No,
You got
you're
the
you're-
scene in Atlantis where they drop into the volcano, and she's just like, lucky for us, we landed somewhere soft. He's the only one that landed somewhere soft.
Yeah.
We all just got rocks.
Everyone else got rocks.
Wait, who did? Baron?
Varen, yeah.
His soft was landing on Mordorin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh.
But yeah, that's my plan. I guess I really don't have much of the other plan because I don't think people left anything nearby. So, fasten and tighten down, tighten 50 feet of rope, and then I'll just drop the rest of the way down from the 50 feet.
Okay.
I'm not too worried about falling because that's monk.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're just gonna do the monk thing of.
Reduce falling damage. Was it? If any falling damage you take is reduced by amount equal to 5 times your monk level. So, what was it? 20? Reduced fall damage by 20.
You're fine.
Yeah. And then I'll have to. And then I'll try. I'll start digging around for friends.
Yep.
At least me and Farron are okay.
And you guys are just trying to dig yourselves out.
Appear to be
Yeah, I'll
doing
try
good
it
enough.
now.
Yeah, Mordrin, you're able to kind of clear some of the rocks. Oh, Poverty, you're also fine. You're fairly lucky as a lot of the things that fall on you is more like a lot of little rocks rather than like huge
Relatively little
chunks.
rock.
Relatively speaking, little rocks. You feel like the weight of a lot of rocks just falling on you, but you know you kind of get your bearings and you sort of pull off some of the rocks and sort of wiggle yourself out. More or less the same thing for you as well, Mordrin.
Yeah.
Lamine has some issues.
Lamine, you've got some pretty big fucking rocks on top of you. Yasha, when you get to the bottom, you see Poverty and Mordrin kind of dragging themselves out from the wreckage.
I'd like to
Keep
assist.
Farron with me.
I'd like to try and dig try to dig Lamine out then,
You gonna dig Lamine out?
or do my best.
All
Alright.
the sounds of her coughing.
Go ahead and I mean you're able to see sort of the where the Lamine sort of like moving around.
Take my 11 to help Lamine.
All right. You push some of the large stones. Lamine, take a advantage with this check.
Which roll is better? Or am I rolling again?
You have advantage, so roll one more.
I see. It's a new roll.
It's a 1.
No. Okay.
Alright.
Yay.
There we go. That's better.
Now you just now you got out of the rock so good you flex when you're done.
Yeah. How's Farron, by the way? Is he okay? Is Farron okay?
Go ahead and roll
He's-
perception.
You just hear in the distance, "Hi, I'm Pepper. I'm okay."
Oh my god. Farron, are you okay?
No.
Oh god.
Oh no.
You're not able to look around for any signs of like, someone struggling. However, you do kind of catch notice from some of the pile of rubble, Varen's arm sort of sticking out from
How the hell did
a
he get
rather
over
big pile
here?
of rubble.
How
Not far
how
from
did
where
he even
you
get
fell.
over there?
Well, we did fall 100
Well,
feet.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm fucking gonna try to dig him out, even though I have a +1 strength. Okay, no, I'm not. Mortarin
You try.
feels his injuries and just flops over.
You're still hurt.
Ugh.
I have 12 HP, okay? Not feeling very good.
Crowbar
Yep.
out.
Is
Yeah,
it,
sure.
Dig the boy
Oh.
out.
Is it dark down here? Like
Yes.
very
19.
dark? Alright, I'm gonna pull
Well-
out my lantern and light it.
At least for now, you have Yasha's light rock.
Oh yeah, you do have that.
That's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Well, it's Yasha's,
Oh,
and he
that's
didn't
right,
fucking.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
He
Yeah, he's got
He
it.
didn't flop over, so it's on him somewhere.
I also
Um,
have a lantern now, so
Alright. Well, your combined lighting is able to get a good illumination as Lamine and Mortarin dig the rock out, and you find
Hopefully, Lamine.
you find the body of Varen.
Oh, no.
The body.
He
I
didn't
don't
quite
like that.
he didn't quite make it on the way down.
Oh no.
he's
I
dead?
tried. Oh, I tried.
Well, you know what they do in the Rim world? Starts butchering him.
Oh!
No! I will at least take his notes, though. Well,
Does
let
he-
me take his note. Look.
Does he have rope on him?
He has his bag
I
of
have
adventuring
rope.
goods.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like, he probably has rope in there, yeah?
He's got
I have
he's got
50 feet of
basically
fencing rope.
yeah, he's got the whole shebang plus like a week's worth of rations for you guys.
How unfortunate. I'll take his rope and I'll try to acrobatics my way back up and just kind of reattach that to the 50-foot.
Okay.
Not sure how I'd be rolling for acrobatics going back up.
I
You'll
have
have to. Oh, go ahead.
I have pitons you could use to help.
Pitons?
Yeah,
Huh.
like
Yo,
climbing gear.
That might actually. You have
Let's go.
climbing gear would help. Yeah, dude, this is like clutch for climbing gear.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll do that then.
they're-
Instead of
while
having to leap.
While they're finagling their a way out, I'm gonna manage Viren's corpse.
Did you
Like,
want
just
to
finish
look for his
cleaning
notes
up.
as well? Because you're not able to
I think-
find it
Mortarin did.
on his person.
Mortarin.
Apparently, he like hid it. Go ahead and roll perception because you're not able. He's not like keeping it. He wasn't holding it or anything. Like it's somewhere on his body, but he wasn't holding it.
Morning can do that.
16.
Lamine is just kind of like
Like,
taking
look,
care.
I know it's terrible, but we might need those notes for when we get to the vault. I'm sorry, Baron.
It's a necessity, but also
Yeah, it's a necessity. Yes.
It is.
Well,
Does a 16 find his
Make it
notes?
so it's not buried under rubble.
you find his notebook. On top of that, you find another notebook.
Oh God, what is the other notebook? What is this other notebook?
You flip through it.
May as well.
You kind of piece through a few pages, and you are shocked to discover something. You only flip through a few pages, but it's enough to kind of give you an idea of what's been going on. The book is a journal that Varen's been keeping track of, and it is different from these are not architectural notes, these are reports.
Oh.
And you note that as you're flipping through the book, you find at the back towards the back of the inside of the book is a crest of the mark of a very familiar mark that you've seen before.
Oh no.
What is it?
It's the Order of the Lady.
Yes.
I can't remember which one of the
That's the one that was on the carriage previously, right?
Yep. Except
Okay.
this one was unlike the one that was on the carriage, which was like half the lady and half flames. This one is just the lady.
Baby.
and the lady one was Agnir's, right?
No.
Or is it, oh no,
Agnir
she's
was
a
the
stone.
rock,
Rock, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
which is the bird, not like stone rock, like ROC.
Oh, okay.
So the Order of the Rock, bird, giant bird. Then there's Order of the Lady, which is the lady.
Well, I'm gonna keep that. Morden is gonna keep that to himself, because that's what he do. But he has gotten the notes of the archaeological thing. Let's keep going. Well,
Well, you are pleased to know that you are at the very bottom of this, pit, this 100-foot drop of a pit. And before you lies a rather massive set of double doors that are giant iron.
oh,
There are-
perfect.
There are chains, like, almost as large as, like, a ship's anchor chains, draped along these doors.
Well, these are big chains.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, this door is like 20 feet tall and like 40 feet wide. Actually, like 30 feet tall, 40 feet wide.
Oh, there's some crazy shit behind here.
And then with that, I will say that there is. Yeah, I'll mention this. You have along the outside of the door, there's more ancient markings. Writings.
Oh. Before Mordrin gets to that, he just looked at Levine and just he said, "I don't ask for this very often, but do you have any more healing left in you?"
I do.
Please.
No.
I'm literally at 12 HP, so
Please.
12 out of what?
out of 32. So
Just wizard things.
Ah,
Yeah.
wizard.
yeah.
You get 18 HP back.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will also empty my lay on hands onto Poverty. Which isn't much left, but Poverty, you get 6 health back.
Thank you. I mean,
You are very welcome.
Thank you. Okay, and then Mordrin's going to go and try to do with this ancient writings before him.
This will be
Then
an
intelligence?
Yep.
Oh boy, here we go.
I will-
Intelligentsia check.
Lamine is going to do religion things and say a prayer for our buddy.
Yep.
So while Morta is doing that, Lamine is just going to be doing that.
Say a prayer for our long lost friend.
Yeah. Religion things.
Alrighty.
That's all she's doing. This is Mortarin's shtick. For sure.
Yep. Time to
Mordrin?
read the writings on the wall.
You're able to interpret the writing. And it's kind of goes as follows, just like it says, let not the gates be undone by the unworthy. Let those who bear witness to the midnight vault remain. Let not keep the darkness from ascending.
Hmm?
Or, I'm sorry, let us keep the darkness from ascending.
Honestly, Mordrin kind of just like, should we even open this? But oh god, we're afraid.
Well, it's our job to,
Yes.
so.
Yes, but morally, Mordrin is questioning the but it's fine.
Are you fine?
No, he's never fine.
Are any of us ever fine?
Mordrin is never fine.
Are you fine?
Oh, I'm wonderful.
Never been better.
Well,
Never better.
we have to open up this thing somehow, and it kind of didn't say anything about how to open it, so.
Throws a bomb at it, just. Ugh.
We don't have a bomb.
Do you really want to
Fuck.
risk collapsing
Yes.
more crap on you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How do you.
Shape charge.
Cluster charge deployed.
But But Mortar would read that out loud.
Yeah, we'll just yeet some hockey pucks in there.
That'll
Oh,
teach him.
God. Well, the door is made of solid iron. And,
Yeah.
unlike the city above, this thing looks very well intact.
Now the real question is as my brain shorts out, did I ever manage to get that rope connected?
Yes, you were. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna take Verm's poor body out of here.
Just gonna.
Lay it at the top.
Alrighty.
Right, to ensure that the rope is, stay. At least, unfortunately, I don't know. Josh is kind of a small, scraggly man versus someone in full armor, but it seems stable enough. So
Guess we'll
Yeah.
find out.
It seems to hold well, especially since it's. I mean, you're climbing up with
with an
Varen
additional
into-
person, so yeah, so it
But-
seems to hold.
the combined weight of you and Varen is more than you feel like the rope is more than able to carry the both of you up.
That's good. And I'll just lay him at the top for now.
Alrighty, you find like someplace safe and good distance away, just in case the more of that hole collapses and he falls back in.
Hey, God damn it! Just keeps falling back in.
It keeps
Like,
happening,
damn it,
bros.
parents! Damn it, parents! Stop falling.
His first and greatest adventure, also his last.
Well, at least he died doing what he lived, being ancient history.
It's true. In any case, you find a nice safe spot not too far from the pit, and you just kind of let him rest there.
Let him rest.
He's had
He's in
a
the long
day.
rest now. The longest of rests.
Damn, I wish I could have a long rest.
Nope.
You can. It's
Nope.
safe,
Nope.
although a bit uncomfortable with the rubble.
No time for that.
No thanks.
We got no
Yeah.
time.
Got no time.
Anyways, big iron door with
Yes,
What
with
appears to
large
be-
change.
massive chains that drape the sides of it.
Just touches the chains and gives it a light yank.
The chains do seem loose for ship chains. They don't seem you can kind of swing them a bit.
Is
This
there
makes Mordrin
a point?
Very nervous.
Is there a point in the chains that it seems like this is where it opens, kind of thing?
The chains kind of retract in from one side of the door, kind of like almost like it's sort of holding the door back. But I should describe more in detail. The door itself appears to have like a big it looks like a big like wheel in the dead center, like a big metal almost like a ship wheel, essentially like a cog wheel in the middle of it. There are various mechanisms. And there isn't really any clear instructions, like no writings, no runes, nothing.
Nope.
Nothing.
However, there is one small little divot in the very center of that cogwheel, like a little opening, and it almost appears like somewhat like a keyhole.
Well, you don't have any keys.
Nope.
I could try to lockpick it.
Are you gonna get up there? I'm assuming this is pretty large.
The doors the cogwheel and stuff is like your guys' height. This is human height.
Oh, okay.
The door itself
Okay.
is fucking huge. Like whatever, this thing could fit something big. But
Is... Yeah. I guess lockpicking wouldn't be a terrible idea. Mortar's just gonna
As
make sure
well.
that it's not possibly trapped. Like, if poverty fails lockpicking check, is that thing gonna,
It just blows up. More things
It
fall.
blows up. Yeah. I don't fucking need that happening in my life. Is it okay to do that investigation?
On the door.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A 25.
That's a very strong check.
Well, you can tell that this giant door is rather rigged and secured, and is not full of any traps.
Right. Go ahead and lockpick away, Pav.
Alright, so I break out my thieves' tools and try to lockpick it. How do I do so?
Lockpicking.
Lockpick would be sleight of hand, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with thieves' tools, if you have proficiency with it, you probably do. It's you roll it. You just roll it like as if you have proficiency.
Yeah, it's a tool, so there's no skill associated with it. It's just you get proficiency and whatever ability score is being used, which is usually Dex.
Usually Dex, yeah. So you just roll your roll a Dex save, or not a Dex save. Roll a
Dex check.
a Dex check of some kind, like sleight of hand or something.
You will
Dex-
have advantage for this.
It would be Dex with proficiency.
Yeah.
With advantage, it seems.
So, sleight of hand then?
With advantage.
I mean, technically no, but effectively, yeah.
DM says advantage, so DM get what DM wants.
The DM demands it.
He doesn't just
23.
demand it; he craves it.
Yeah. Alrighty. You work and fiddle around for a good minute, and sure enough, your tools are able to find a way for the locking mechanism to give way, and a loud clank. Sort of, not quite like the gears above, but fairly similar. The mechanisms within the door seem to react to your fiddling.
Fiddlers.
You sort of, I've given everything. You kind of take a cautious step back away from the door.
Yeah.
Luckily so, as the chains themselves sort of seem to shake and rumble as the mechanisms within the doors begin to whir to life as well. And the massive chains appear as though they're being dragged, like they snake from one side and into another entrance on the sides of the doors, and they slip out from one end, almost like banging against the ground, and drag along the floor before being pulled into the side portals. After that, you just hear more cogwheels and mechanisms within the door sort of move, and the door slowly just opens inward, or inward into the entrance, and as the doors are swung open, you see a familiar figure before you. It's the robed man from the dreams. He gives you a rather warm smile and says, "Ah, my dear friends, at last, I see you."
I'll just start screaming now.
Mordor just kind of looks at him
Like
and
remember Jiro? Yeah, that kind of screaming.
and he just kind of goes, "Why us?
Yasha's just
Why
confused.
us?"
He did not work. He rolled like I think near a 1 for remembering the dream, so he's just like, what?
Props to
Who
Mortar
the
and
fuck
just
is
for
this?
just rolling.
Well, what the what?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Oh,
live
yeah.
down here? Damn,
That's
damn, bitch, you live like this?
Like, why us?
Immediately like bias.
Why us? Yeah. Just why us, robed man?
Well, all
Looks
that
at
will-
poverty. They know this guy.
You know this guy?
Yeah,
Who is
Lamine
this guy?
Really she recognized him,
Yep.
but is also massively perplexed. Like, the fuck? Like,
Yep,
I know
it
you.
is-
Why?
It is the guy from the dream, the very same guy who you
Yeah.
saw approaching you, and the very shadow that you kind of had sort of sensed in when you were looking around. He stands before you on the other side of this door, giving a
Why?
rather warm
Why?
welcome.
Yeah, why us?
Dave just
Are
getting.
you the road man from our dreams? Yes. Why? Big Y energy.
Yeah.
But why though?
Yeah. Why? Why? Murder's gonna ask that. Why us?
Well, that's a good question. But that'll be for next week, because I'm going to end session here on a
Yeah, that's
Oh my
cliffhanger.
god.
Yep. I have to end session early tonight anyways, because I have class in the morning. Or not class, but work. I work on a campus in the morning.
Oh,
I was lucky
nice.
to catch 2 days of work, so work today and work
Oh,
tomorrow. But yeah, I will leave it here for tonight. And
Dude.
we will pick this up next week.
Yay! At least we have to wait only 1 week instead of 2 weeks.
Yep. You'll have next week session. And you
Hooray!
will know more about this mysterious man who now stands before you in the flesh.
We're all gonna
In the
die.
flash, not the flesh.
Next week is
Flesh.
also Goblin.
Flesh.
But anyways, I'm gonna conclude it here for the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful evening. And for those who are still interested, I'll see y'all next week. Alright,
Alright.
and good night.